our morning at day 3. It's Wednesday. Humping up and down these mountains at 10,000 feet. Hopefully next time I see you, we'll have a nice big fat turtlewood.
How far was that shot there, Pico? 31 yards.
Garmin is going to be our evidence. I'm not sure if I want to whack him or pet him. All right, here we are up in the East Humboldt Wilderness. Just got done. We're on day 5 of our backpack bow hunting trip up in here. Had a great time, worked our butts off. Wanted to just go through a few things on equipment that we used up here while we were on our trip. Had a real good opportunity and a real good chance to use a lot of different things. We ran into cool weather, hot weather, windy weather, thankfully no rain. But we really got a chance to test out our gear, especially humping up and down these mountains at 10,000 feet. You really get to understand the Sitka system, from the core layer all the way out. And then also wanted to just go through a couple other things as far as the backpack and the way we have things set up. First of all, I got the longbow out, and this is the first extended trip I've had with the longbow in Optifade. Did a great job. One downside is it's a little bit heavy. The frame is a little bit heavy, but I'll tell you what, the way the pack fits, it doesn't feel that heavy when it's up against your body. You can adjust it so much, so many different ways to cinch things down to this pack. It really does compress really nice if you don't have a lot going in, or you can open it up and really pack quite a bit of stuff in. I bought a couple of accessories. I got a couple of accessories to go along with it. I got the bottle pocket, which came in pretty handy. When you're up there and you come across a spring, you want to have your bottle ready to go. Having that right there on the hip belt made a huge difference. I got the rip zip pocket too, so I can have some of the stuff that I use all the time handy. This is my Traverse that I've had for 3 years. Always keep that one handy. Got my face mask, and I think I got my, actually I may have my gloves in my side pocket here, but I keep all that stuff kind of handy on one side, and then over here on the other side I got one of the long pockets and attached it, and that's where I keep my rain gear, my Stormfront light stuff. Stormfront light, didn't have to use it, but I always have it with me even when it's hot and sunny like this, especially up in the mountains. We ran into a situation just this morning where we got really lucky and this storm skirted us, but we could have been in some pretty bad stuff. We were looking down on a couple of other ranges, and they were getting pounded pretty heavy. So it's always good to have your rain gear handy, and I keep it on that other outside pocket just so I can get to it when I need it. The Jetstream, I kept the Jetstream with me off and on, mostly in the evening times once the sun had dropped. I'd pop the Jetstream on, and it'd take that cold out. It would knock the wind down a little bit, and it's insulated enough that it keeps you pretty warm. Taking off the bow here, which is really easy to attach to the longbow. Get this off there. It's not so easy. You'll notice I got a 5-arrow quiver from Archer Extreme, and there's only 3 arrows in it. Problem is we don't have any bone in the camp to match, so one thing I got to work on before my next trip is getting this thing dialed in and getting it shooting so that I'm at, when I'm shooting at angles, I'm not shooting a little bit low like I typically do. So one thing I got to work on. But other than that, this quiver, the Helix quiver from Archer Extreme, the quietest quiver I've shot. The guys at Archer Extreme were nice enough to put the Optifade open country pattern on the hood of it for me, so it matches up with the bow. Got the Hoyt carbon element, sent it to the same guys at Archer Extreme, and they pimped it out in open country for me too. And then the stabilizer, I can't tell you how nice it is to have this stabilizer from Archer Extreme. The stabilizer, I don't know the science behind it, but it really does deaden this thing quite a bit. This thing shoots so much smoother and cleaner with this stabilizer on compared to my old stabilizer that I had. I got to give a shout out to this little company. I don't even know what the heck the company's name is, but I got on eBay and typed in custom bow strings, bow sling, custom bow sling. Told the guy what colors I wanted and got him to match it up with the OptiFade, and in a week he sent me a custom bow sling. It's pretty slick and looks pretty clean, and you can adjust it, you can pick different colors and all that stuff. So that guy did a pretty good job. And as far as the Maxima arrows, I shot the 450s this week. I love these things. They're so dead out of the bow. No vibration whatsoever. They shoot really clean. Didn't do a whole heck of a lot with them to mess with them too much. Just got them, just put another little wrap on them so they could be a little more visible. But I'll tell you what, it wasn't the ride's fault that I missed that slam dunk shot. As far as the longbow is concerned, going back to the longbow, the top pocket, I like keeping a bunch of stuff up here that's kind of handy, like my food, my phone, my GPS, stuff like that if I need it. This thing rips open pretty quick. The side pockets here, you can stuff a few more jackets, like that's where I usually keep the Jetstream jacket or my vest in one of these two pockets. And then electronics up in this pocket up here, and then I keep my camera stuff more towards the padded side of it on the other side of these that usually are loaded up with clothes, so that any of my camera and my lenses, they're not getting banged around too much, or if they do, they're at least banging against some padded stuff. So the one thing we did get to try out, both Tim and myself, this week for Sitka, one of their new items is the Contrail, and it's designed to be kind of a lightweight windbreaker. I can throw this, it comes in a little gray pouch, I can throw this in the little gray pouch and keep it up in the top pocket of my longbow, and man, it packs down real nice and tight. You rip this thing out when it starts to get breezy and cool, right when the sun starts to drop, and it's perfect. It takes the wind off a little bit, takes the chill off a little bit. It does have a limited use because you wouldn't want to be hiking in this thing. It doesn't breathe all that well. You can build up a pretty good lather real quick by hiking in this thing or doing anything that's high exertion level. The core shirt was what Tim and I both wore all week. We had really good luck with it. We just both commented today that on day 5 was the first time we both started to smell ourselves in this core stuff. So Tim's over there giggling about it. I put the mountain pants to the test this week too. They did really good. I got no wear on the inside. We were some pretty extreme stuff. Got 0 tears, 0 rips. I only brought one pair of pants up here on purpose, and that was to try out the mountain pants, and I'm really happy with them. I got nothing but good things to say. They're not too hot, but they actually took care of the wind when it did get windy. They stretch a lot, so when you're up and down, you're hiking up, or you gotta get up on top of rocks, or if you're lifting up or anything like that, it's great to have these things that stretch a little bit. There's a lot more articulation in these pants than I thought, so they worked out great. These are definitely on my go-to list for every trip that I've got planned out. Also, I used the face mask quite a bit this week, especially when we were putting on a stock and we were walking up on some things. We saw quite a bit of game this week. Anytime we were up glassing in a spot where we were fully exposed, I put the mask on. Quite frankly, it's a really good piece. It's stretchy, it's easy to put on and take off. It doesn't get in your way, it actually hugs up against you a little bit, but it doesn't choke you out like some of the masks do. And really it knocks down the color of your face, your neck, whatever would be sticking out in the sun like right now. So if you're glassing over a ridge top or something, or you're trying to pick out a buck that's bedded, it's good to have a little face mask set up so you can kind of knock down that glare. Just got the merino wool gloves. I got these, we left on Monday. I got them Saturday in the mail and was really excited. Didn't even run them through the wash. They're really dirty right now, but they actually did a good job. These are the only gloves I brought up with me to wear all day and all night. They are a little bit thin. I've already worn holes in the thumb and the first finger, so they're not real durable, but I'll tell you what, I'm still gonna love wearing these things because even if the fingers wear out, they're still pretty warm. And again, when you're sitting there glassing and you're exposed, just to have something on your hands instead of face paint or something like that, just to put these lightweight merino wool gloves on is really nice to have because it kind of knocks down a lot of that glare. And finally, last but not least, I'm really excited to get my Traverse hoodie. Tim had one on all this week. He got one of the first ones hot off the press. He's lucky like that. But I gotta tell you, to have this old Traverse right here, this is my favorite piece, my go-to piece. I'm actually kind of sad to kind of retire him because I am excited about getting the hoodie on it. But this guy's been through a lot with me. He's starting to wear down quite a bit. I never get sentimental about clothes, but this thing sure has seen a lot of better days, but it sure has been through a lot of cool hunts with me. So that's it. That's our whole pack of OptiFade stuff. I think I hit everything. Still looking for a few products. Can't wait to try out the merino beanie. I still haven't got my merino beanie yet. And I'm a big beanie guy. I like wearing a beanie more than I do wearing a hat, a ball cap all day. It just kind of stays out of your face, and especially when you're stalking an animal and you get something lined up and get a shot off. I like to have that hat out of my face, get the bill out of my face. And a couple other things will be coming across. I just got the flash gaiters. I've worn the long gaiters forever, but I just got the flash gaiters not too long ago. Didn't have any creek crossings that we had to take on, but I'm really excited to get these things out, give these things a try, see how they work out, and that's about it.